Good morning. It's Thanksgiving Day here, and since Thelma and I are both descended from very important people who were at the very first Thanksgiving, Thelma is a direct descendant of Governor William Bradford of Plymouth Plantation, who wrote this very good book. I am a direct descendant of Massasoit, who was the highest ranking Indian chief in New England at the time. This is not a book that he wrote, but this is a biography that was commissioned to be written about him some 100 years ago, whatever. Great books, if you can find them. But the very first Thanksgiving is only recorded in this little book called Mort's Relation. And it's a journal from Plymouth Plantation, letters that this Mort sent to friends in England, and I want to read the little couple of paragraphs. You shall understand that in this little time that a few of us have been here, we have built 7 dwelling houses and 4 for the use of the plantation, and have made preparation for divers others. We set the last spring some 20 acres of Indian corn, and sowed some 6 acres of barley and peas. And according to the manner of the Indians, we manured our ground with herring, or rather shad, which we have in great abundance, and take with great ease at our door. They're right on the water there. Our corn did prove well. It's kind of odd English here. Our corn did prove well, and God be praised, we had a great increase of Indian corn, and our barley indifferent good. But our peas not worth the gathering, for we feared they were too late sown. They came up very well and blossomed, but the sun parched them into blossom. Whatever. Anyway, our harvest being gotten in, our governor sent 4 men out on fowling that that so we might after a special manner rejoice together after we had gathered the fruit of our labors. They 4 in one day killed as much fowl as with little help beside served the company almost a week, at which time, amongst other recreations, we exercised our arms, many of the Indians coming amongst us, and among the rest their greatest king, Massasoit, with some 90 men, whom for 3 days we entertained and feasted. And they went out and killed 5 deer, which they brought to the plantation and bestowed on our governor, and upon the captain and others. And although it be not always so plentiful as it was at this time with us, yet by the goodness of God we are so far from want that we often wish you partakers of our plenty. They had excellent relations with the natives. And we don't like to call them Indians anymore. They were Wampanoag. Massasoit was a Wampanoag chief, Grand Chief, Chief of Chiefs. And of course Governor Bradford was the chief pilgrim of the day at Plymouth Plantation. We've been there twice. It's a very interesting place to go. The first visit was much better than our second visit. We learned a lot. Anyway, the pilgrims and the natives were not hostile to one another. They lived in great peace and prosperity. and that was the first Thanksgiving. They didn't eat turkey. Well, yeah, they had fowling, yeah, birds and deer, venison, and lots of corn. No peas. Interesting. But anyway, we have a great heritage. It's not. Uh, it's not warlike. It was peaceful. Have a great Thanksgiving.